Welcome back. In the past 2 years, nearly 200,000 Aussies filed for divorce as relationships crumbled through the stress of COVID and extended lockdowns. It is the highest number in more than a decade.
For Nelly Thomas and Kate Mulholland, their midlife marriage breakdowns led to a podcast as the hosts of The Single Life of Us. They navigate modern dating, co-parenting and ex-in-laws with plenty of laughs along the way. Nelly Thomas and Kate Mulholland join us live from our Melbourne studio. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Good morning.
Kate, we'll start with you. When you first told your friends that you were leaving your husband, you say you were met with judgment rather than any other emotion.
Yeah, not all my friends, hashtag not all friends, but yes, there was a lot of judgment about leaving at 49 and, you know, what was I doing, breaking up my family and destroying something that society holds so dear. Yeah, lots of judgment.
Hey, Nelly, what's the best and, the worst thing about being single midlife?
Oh, the best thing's having your own room.
Oh.
Like, hashtag your own bed. Buying your own linen, doing one at just spreading out, doing your own thing. That's lovely. The worst thing that I've experienced probably is speed dating. Right? Let's just say I'm more single now than when I went in.
Kate, did you find any surprising new skills, and what did you learn about yourself when you found yourself single?
I learned that putting out the bins is really, really, really easy and should not be hailed as a great achievement. Yes, I really learned that. It's quite fun, actually. You get to leave the house and all the children. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing I've learned.
Knows.
He knows.
Larry knows.
He
I
puts the
just
bins
don't
out.
understand when I take the bins out why Sylvie doesn't go, thank you, that's amazing that you did that.
Round of applause.
I've never understood that.
You're just concerned now that
Standing
we're on to you.
ovation.
We're on to you
Yeah.
now.
I'm busted.
Yeah.
Nelly, you both refer to yourselves as middle-aged moles.
Yeah.
You've been around the block and back.
Yeah, mate.
Please tell us that's actually on your Tinder profile. Is that how you just...
Absolutely it is. That is in fact, but the first ever heckle I got as a comedian was "you fat mole." Right? So I like to lead with that. Let's just get that out of the way. I own it. Big, beautiful woman.
Yeah, good stuff. Kate, you share some rather intimate and cheeky details, but intimate, on the podcast. How do your kids feel about this sort of content being out in the world for people to talk about on a morning show, for instance?
Yeah.
Well, my son actually edits the podcast, so he hears it all, even the stuff that doesn't make it. And also my family, my kids, we're just really open and honest. So they live with me, so they hear all this stuff all the time, so they're fine.
What are their ages?
Oh, okay, here we go. So I've got 29, 25, 21 and 16-year-old twin boys.
She's got 75 children.
Yeah, 75.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to wow, that's a lot. Nelly, you're both happily divorced, but what's your advice for any singles out there who may not be in that same headspace as you? Because you guys really do look like you've got it together. You're obviously comfortable with the decisions around it all, but not everybody finds themselves in that headspace.
Oh, no, it can be one of the hardest times of your life. But I guess, I've got a 14-year-old and, being 14 is really hard. The thing that I say to her is all feelings pass, and it's no different for adults. So where you are 1 month out compared to a year out, compared to 5 years out, these feelings will change. And I would say if you're in the hard bit, just hang in there. Hang in there.
And I suppose that's where the podcast comes in handy for people who... find themselves in that grey crush part of it, and you need to be able to laugh about it at some point, I suppose, if you can.
Yeah.
Or laugh about it and also try and look at some of the positives. It's not all positive. Neither of us are deluded that it's all positive, but there are good things too. And we don't talk about those enough as a society, so we just try and have a bit of a laugh and talk about learning to put the bins out.
Yeah. And Kate, what sort of feedback, I'm really interested in what sort of feedback you get from women or men, I guess, who listen to the podcast.
We get so much feedback. We get people, we thought we were just sort of our own age group listening. No. The whole spectrum of ages, 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
People just saying it's so nice to have a narrative that's positive about being single. It's positive about you can actually move on and co-parent really well. You can have a relationship with your family and not all live in the same house. And we get some really, really funny emails about things that we probably can't say here.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, you did tell us you weren't going to swear.
No.
Now, guys, as we say goodbye, just in my defence, the driveway does have a tiny slang. So getting the garbage bins up there is a
know
little
what?
more complex and complicated than you might
Yeah.
just go, oh, it's easy, you wheel it out. There is a
Mate.
slight...
It's skilled work. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Thank
my
you.
God.
I appreciate you buying that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, it's a really great insight. The podcast is called The Single Life of Us. If it appeals to you, it is available through Acast.
Yeah, look, I don't want to say...
That's a really great message.
Yeah, it is terrific.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't want to say it's a big hill. It's not a big hill. It's just a very slight...
Very easy. It probably takes, if you think about it, 25 seconds?
Well, I drag it out a little bit for the drama. I go on my back. I can't do this.
For you today, you can indulge in as much chocolate as you want. It is the official Sweet Treats official anniversary. TV chef Kirsten Tibbles has a show-stopping dessert, your chocolate